Hi, families. I hope everyone is doing good so far during this extended school year. Today's project that we are going to make is going to be challenging, but it is an origami alphabet fish. It looks like this. And without being colored, it looks like this. Oops, that way. So, like I said, this is going to be challenging for your students to complete, but overall, it's really good to be able to look at what I'm doing and then have your student try and replicate that because that works on our over visual motor processing skills, it works on our fine motor skills. Origami in general is really great just to help work on that hand strengthening component along with the dexterity required for handwriting and cutting and all of those things. So this is a really great activity that we can do a lot of things with at home. That's pretty easy to make. So what you're going to need is a pair of scissors. You'll need something to color with, and then you'll just need a piece of paper. Okay? So you can use a colored piece of paper if you prefer your fish to be a certain color. I wouldn't use anything bigger than a piece of printer paper though, because your fish is already going to be pretty large. Okay? I would also recommend if you're using a smaller piece of paper, that's going to make everything a little bit trickier because it's smaller for the students to see. So if you have a student that's struggling, I would use a bigger piece of paper so they can see the lines better. So first what you're going to do is you're going to take your piece of paper like this. I'm going to turn this down just a bit. And you are going to take one corner and bring it down this way to make a square. So you take your piece of paper, you're going to fold down the corner, bring it to the bottom, and you want these lines to be nice and perfect if you can. So you take your piece of paper and you're going to fold down a line. So you should have this extra piece over here, and then you should have a triangle over here. So what you're going to do next is, parents, if your child struggles with cutting, you can draw a line, but you're going to draw a line here, and then you're going to cut it out. So for example, you would just trace that outside line and then have your students cut on that line. So if you see mine, how I drew a line, you're going to have them cut on that line to get rid of the extra paper that we don't need. So that's when you take your scissors out. Okay, so it should look like this. And now what's great about this is we already have our first line made, which is this center line. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up the piece of paper. Now we have, you see, one triangle and two triangles. You're going to shift it this way, and you're going to bring this corner down to the other folded corner. So you place your paper on the table. You're going to use both of your hands to do this activity, and you're going to fold that piece of paper using a strong thumb to make that line. All right, so now I have the other side. So it should look like this. We have a big X in the middle, right? X marks the spot right here. And then we have 4 triangles. Can you see them? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? So what we're going to do after this step is we're going to turn our paper this way. And what we're going to do then is we're going to bring this corner down to this corner to make a line, down that side. So take it, make a good line this way. So as you see, we're adding a line down the middle. So now we have 6 triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now we're going to go this way, and we're going to make a line going across this way. So you're going to take it, and you're just going to fold it in half again. All of this is, parents, is just pretty much folding. Okay, and now you see how my paper is already kind of folding inward like this? So what you're going to do next is you're going to take, instead of this corner, you want these outside corners to go together. So let's flip it this way. So what you want, if you turn your paper around, you see how these inside corners are starting to come together like this? So you're going to take the two inside corners, they're going to come together, and then you're just going to flatten it out. So did you see? So this is the head of our fish. So I'm going to open it back up. So the way that we folded it, you're going to take these two inside corners, they're going to come together like this, and then you're just going to fold it down. So it should look like this, okay? And you are free to rewind that if you messed up that step, because that is a tricky step. And then once you have this is our head of our fish, right? So if we're looking at our alphabet fish, this is the head. So what do we have left to make is the tails and the fins, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to take your fish, you're going to take the top part of the fish, this part right here, and you're going to fold it down. So now this doesn't have to be perfect. You can pretty much make it however you'd like, and you're just going to fold the corner down like this. So it should look like that, okay? And then you're going to flip it back up, and you're going to do the same thing with the bottom part. You're going to make a bottom crease fold like this. And then you fold that down, and ta-da! Here is our origami fish. Great job! So that was a very tricky task, I know, for probably most of my students, but that's why we're working on it, to help get our skills better, okay? So next, what I want you to do after you have this is I want you to color it your choice. You can decorate it how you like. What I did with mine is we practiced my alphabet letters on my fish. And this is also a great way, parents, you can say, oh, like, let's go through the alphabet and find each letter. As you see, I wrote some lowercase and uppercase letters. So you can say, oh, look, there's A, and then there's B, and then is there a C or is there no C? So some letters I left out and some I put on there. Some are uppercase and some are lowercase. So this is a really great skill to practice memory for recognition of letters along with writing them. Okay, so here is our activity for this week. If you have any questions or concerns, please let me know, but I want us working on those really tough skills for this week, okay? I miss and love you all. I hope you're all doing great, and I will talk to you soon.